Once you've landed the job, there are some important things you need to know. Much of it is common sense, such as showing up to work on time. Companies have schedules, and they are depending on you to be there when expected.
Well, expectations that I have of my employees, number one, you have to come to work and make it a work on time. You have to come in with a positive attitude. And sometimes we have situations whereby, you have personal issues, but not constantly. Because if you continue to come in with personal issues, it affects the whole morale of the team. And so it's important to leave your personal concerns away from the office.
I think it's essential once you get your job to be motivated, to be proactive. Don't sit there and wait for someone to tell you what to do. That's one of the worst mistakes you can make. If you don't know what to do, find out what to do. Ask questions. Learn, study, ask for policy manuals, operations manuals. Say, is there a job description? You want those things up front anyway. If they don't have them, I would tell you, be careful. Or, you know what? Maybe you could help make them. It's your responsibility to know your job. It's your responsibility to know it. You may not always be trained well. You may not be trained properly, or you may not be trained at all. But at the end of the day, whose fault is it going to be if you don't learn your job?
It's also the way the person carries himself and the way that they respond and work with others. We're looking for somebody that can work independently, but at the same time we want people that can work together, because all of our work is done with other people, and so working together is important for us. It's also important to be able to communicate, and to be able to communicate clearly, to be able to work with others. There's very few jobs where people are isolated, sit at a desk, and don't work with somebody else.
Once you have the job, it's not enough just to show up, though. You have to continue to learn and excel in your job.
But I think what people don't realize is they think that they get an education and they come to work and then they work, or they get this initial training and then that's it. That's never the case. We always have continuing training. There's refresher training. There's new software systems. There's new programs or policies or procedures that come out. Quite honestly, there's new skills that are necessary sometimes as a result of new equipment being put in place. And so it's the thing that I would suggest is that people not only understand what they have to offer, but they come in with a mindset of being able to adapt to change, being able to understand that they continually need to learn in the workforce.
We really encourage them to continue their education once they leave us, whether it be with a bachelor's degree or a post-certification, because it opens doors for them.
Sometimes you need to think about mistakes you may have made in past positions. You should not make the same mistakes twice.
Based on the fact that they might have problems with authority, or people telling them what to do, or my supervisor has not told me what to do, but another supervisor has told me. So just knowing that you have to make sure that you work within the entire team, being a team player.
The most important part of being successful for me is to hire good people. You're only as good as the people around you. This isn't a corporate environment. This is where we're dealing with patients day in and day out. And not only do you need to get along with the patients, but you've got to get along with your other employees, your fellow employees. I've had people that have come in the past that have been really nice to me and seem to be producing on their job, but they couldn't get along with the rest of my staff. Well, the rest of my staff's really important to me. So you got to realize you have to get along with everyone.
And there are things you need to avoid in the workplace.
The other things that means is not to be involved or become involved in office politics. Sometimes the new person can be easily solicited by the office troublemaker because the new person hasn't taken sides yet on any type of office politics. It's important to remain neutral in those kinds of things.
Even after you get a job, we are here to help you keep the job.
If you're having a problem on the job, you call us. Let's see if we can help you. We tell our job seekers that we are here for them even after they have obtained employment. We're here for them to make sure that they stay employed and to also advance in their career if they need further assistance.
When a person comes to our center and they tell us that they have been offered a job, we all get excited, and it's just enthusiastic because we know that we were instrumental in helping them fulfill their goal.
they are successful, they come back and tell their career development specialist, thank you, because you spent time with me, because you were patient with me, because you helped me when I felt like nobody else was helping me. And I think that's what the staff thrives off of. That's their reward. Their reward is basically making sure that that person was successful, because they know people are going through a lot. And just that one little thing of helping them find a job makes their day. And people come back all the time and just say, thank you.
Oh, Jesus. You just how I felt. I felt like you know how a baby learning how to walk? That's how I felt, like a newborn baby. Lord, I'm about to become out of debt. I'm about to get this money rolling for my kids, and my life just started all over. A brand new me.
We hope that this advice from local employers provides you the guidance needed to turn an interview into a new career. As always, remember that there are career specialists in the centers to lend you a hand.
This program has been brought to you by the Workforce Investment Boards and Business and Career Solutions Centers of Southeast Louisiana, funded through a grant from the U.S. Department of Labor.